Thank you so much, Richard. There's not much time, so I want to get right into it. The Arabs, let me just see what time it is. The Arabs have gained growing support in America on college campuses throughout the world by demonizing Israel, lying about Israel with ugly propaganda lies. It is high time that Israeli leaders, Jewish leaders, and rabbis start to tell the truth of the Arab-Islamic war against Israel. They're not doing so. They have to do it. Only this week on Wednesday, Abbas publicly said that Jerusalem is not holy to Jews. Their temple is in Yemen. It is not in Jerusalem. What's the truth about Jerusalem? It's been the capital of Israel under King David 3,000 years ago. Never been the capital of any nation except Israel. When the Arabs conquered Palestine in 716, they made Ramlah their capital, not Jerusalem. And remember, it's called the Temple Mount, not the Mosque Mount. That's where our temple existed. That's why it's called the Temple Mount. The majority of people living in Jerusalem since the mid-1800s have been Jews since the mid-1800s. The Jewish holy books mention Jerusalem 700 times. It's never, ever mentioned in the Quran. Between 48 and 67, when the Arabs controlled Jerusalem, it was a slum. There was virtually no water, electricity, or plumbing. They destroyed 58 Jewish synagogues. No Arab leader visited Jerusalem from 48 to 67 except the Jordanian leaders. If it's so holy, why didn't they visit that place? Because Jerusalem is not holy to Muslims. Put Jerusalem off the table. It's not theirs, never has been. Also, they scream about occupation. Is there really an occupation? Occupation means you stole someone else's sovereign land. In 1917, the British had sovereignty over Judea-Samaria, Israel proper, and Gaza, Jerusalem, and more. They created a mandate to give this land to the Jews legally, and there's many, many treaties saying this land has been legally given to the Jews. 40% of Judea and Samaria has been given over control to the Arabs, 100% of Gaza. 99% of the Arabs live in those areas. There is no occupation. They have their own parliament, schools, textbooks, newspapers, radio, TV, businesses, and police force. There is no occupation. We have to stop saying that. The apartheid slur, of course there's no apartheid. For God's sakes, we should be screaming about it. 10% of the Knesset are Arab members. They're Arab judges, Arab teachers. 20% of the students at University of Haifa are Arabs, 10% of the faculty. There is no apartheid. It's nothing like South Africa. It's nonsense. They have every right of the Jewish people. And Mahmoud Abbas, they keep stating what a moderate man of peace he is. Is he really? Not only is he a Holocaust denier, but he says no Jew should be allowed to live in a future Palestinian state. He pays pensions, lifetime pensions to Arabs to murder Jews. And the more Jews an Arab murders, the higher their lifetime pension. If an Arab dies killing a Jew, their family gets a lifetime pension. He names schools, streets, and sports teams after Jew killers. This is not a moderate, this is a monster. This, if you can see this is the emblem of the Fatah, of the Palestinian Authority. You can see all of the shape of Israel with the keffiyeh over all of it, with a picture of Arafat and a rifle. This is not a moderate. We have to be showing these sorts of things to everyone. When I show it on campuses, they are shocked about the truth of this situation. They say now, of course, a Palestinian state will solve it. Just give them a state already. They offered them a state 8 times, Israel did in the last 80 years. 4 times in the last 20 years. They turned it down every time because there's a clause in every deal that says, we accept Israel as a Jewish state. They won't sign it. And that's why there hasn't been a state, even though, frankly, it's been offered. The Jews in the world must understand that this Arab-Islamic war against the Jews and the U.S. is not about land or a state. It is a religious war. Islam makes it clear that non-Muslims cannot have sovereignty in their midst, and that's what this war is about. Land will not make a difference. I will end, because there's very little time, with a song. With a song by a guy named Robert Zimmerman. Robert Zimmerman changed his name to Bob Dylan. The song is called Neighborhood Bully. It's in the diaspora in Tel Aviv, the lyrics in this song. This is a Nobel Prize winner in literature, Bob Dylan, who wrote this song called Neighborhood Bully. Neighborhood bully is a sarcastic term referring to Israel sarcastically. Of course, Israel's not the bully. I'm going to end this with his song, Bob Dylan. Well, the neighborhood bully, remember that's Israel. He's just one man. His enemies say he's on their land. They got him outnumbered about 1,000,000 to 1. He's got no place to escape to, no place to run. He's a neighborhood bully. The neighborhood bully just lives to survive. He's criticized and condemned just for being alive. He's not supposed to fight back. He's supposed to have thick skin. He's supposed to lay down and die when his door is kicked in. He's a neighborhood bully. The neighborhood bully's been driven out of every land. He's wandered the earth an exiled man. He's seen his family scattered, his people hounded and torn. He's always on trial just for being born. He's the neighborhood bully. Well, he knocked out an Arab lynch mob. He was criticized. Everyone condemned him, said he should apologize. Then he destroyed an Arab bomb factory. Nobody was glad. The bombs were meant for him. He was supposed to feel bad. He's a neighborhood bully. Well, the chances are against it, the odds are slim, that he'll live by the rules that the world makes for him, because there's a noose at his neck and a gun at his back, and a license to kill him is given out to every maniac. He's a neighborhood bully. Well, he's surrounded by Arab pacifists. They all want peace. They pray for it nightly, that the bloodshed must cease. Now, they wouldn't hurt a fly. To hurt one, they would weep. They lay in their wait for this bully to fall asleep. He's a neighborhood bully. Every empire that's enslaved him is gone. Egypt and Rome, even the great Babylon. He's made a garden of paradise in the desert sand, in bed with nobody, under no one's command. He's a neighborhood bully. His holiest books have been trampled upon. No contract he signed was worth what it is written on. He took the crumbs of the world, turned it into wealth, took sickness and disease, medical research, and turned it into health. He's the neighborhood bully. Bob Dylan wrote this in 1983. He understands the nonsense of the Arab-Islamic war against the Jewish people. So I'll end by simply saying, be strong, be not afraid, for God is with us. Our holy Torah promises that we are an eternal people, and that Israel is the eternal homeland of the Jewish people, never to be destroyed, and so it has been, so it will continue to be. The cause of Israel is moral and just. We must speak out with courage. Truth, justice, and God are on our side. With your help, with the help and strength and the will of the Israeli people and the Israeli Defense Forces, and with the help of Almighty God, new miracles will be not foreseen, will happen to make things work out the way we want it to work out. And the people of Israel shall dwell in their holy land for eternity. We will prevail. Thank you very, very much.